Q4 is going to be massive for crypto. Now, if you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button, smash like button, send this video to a friend. I'm also going to be doing a $1,000 Solana giveaway at 1,000 subs, so y'all can run this up. Now, obviously Bitcoin just closed September and the third quarter, in a green bullish momentum. And typically when this happens in a bull run, there's always a double-digit gain on Bitcoin going into October and November. And I think that that's going to pave the way for a very bullish outlook when it comes to your favorite altcoins. Now, I do want to bring your attention to, I would say, two in particular that I'm really bullish on going into Q4. Obviously, you want to be Bitcoin heavy in my opinion, but for those who like to speculate, we're on the cusp of a Solana ETF. We have Eric Balchunas. He's the one that's kind of like the expert when it comes to knowing whenever we're going to get approved for spot ETFs or things of that nature. And he basically came out and said that it's a lock. We're going to get it sometime in October, and I suspect it's probably going to be second week of October if I had to guess. Now, altcoin number 2 is SWI. SWI is a very, I would say, popular and institutionalized crypto. It's like a crypto favorite of this cycle. Those of you that have been in crypto, this is not a secret to you guys. And they're also pretty much listed now through Bitwise, I believe, that they just got approved for their spot ETF, or it's on like the DTC board or something like that. And I think that whenever you kind of keep this in mind, you want to pay attention to altcoins that are initially getting these spot ETFs, such as, obviously Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, SWI. And then there's another basket of other spot ETFs that you want to look at. Now, there was also language today from the SEC saying that they're going to withdraw a lot of the language where most companies won't even need to have a spot ETF. I think they want to bring all the assets on chain. And so I think that that's going to be very bullish. However, if we do go into any sort of bear market or bear trends, I do think that the cryptos that have spot ETFs are going to probably do a lot better in terms of the downturns that typically happen whenever there's a bearish trend. So that's why those in particular, I think that you can still see a lot of upside whenever they start getting a lot more adoption and institutional money. And I also think that you're going to minimize the downside whenever we go into a inevitable bear trend. Now, obviously with these spot ETFs and these, DAT companies, which are basically the treasuries and all that kind of stuff, I do think that the bear markets are going to look a little bit different. However, we're still going to have them, and we're still going to see the altcoins go down probably 60 to 70%. And like I said, if your altcoin does not have any of these sort of like spot ETFs or any kind of institutional attention, they're probably going to go down drastically if they survive at all. So I would highly caution those three. So to wrap all this up, I'm pretty bullish on Q4. I'm very excited. I want to see what happens next, and I'm going to continue to update you guys on a daily basis. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. And if I get a lot of the same questions or whatever the case may be, I'll make YouTubes on this, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.